August 1st, and we're going to choose my TBR for the month, and I'm so excited. Happy August, everybody. As you can tell, my voice is still not back. I just filmed my wrap-up. It is literally 12:45 in the morning. I do want to go for very lighthearted, like fun vibes for this month because it's my birthday month. In fact, if you're watching this on the day that it comes out, my birthday is tomorrow. So fun, so exciting. But basically, I just want to like treat myself this month. Plus, we have Polarthon, which is going to be so fun. And I love that it's very much like not based on prompts this time. I love prompts, but I feel like this is going to work out perfectly just for this one time, you know. And then we also have Magical Readathon. I'd like to get back into some Bronte Long. We shall see. We're just going to see where this goes with one condition. I am reserving the right, if I pick a book this month that I just don't want to read, I can switch it out. I don't usually do this, but just for my birthday month, it's going to be a little bit of a hectic month. I just kind of want to like enjoy as much as possible and not be like, oh my gosh, I have to read this annoying book. I don't want to. With that disclaimer, let's go ahead and get into the TBR. It'll be the TBR game, and then we'll talk about rollovers, Magical Readathon, all that good stuff. First, I will share with you guys the books that I read last month that will count for my TBR game. If you want to see all of the books that I read for the month of July, then go watch my wrap-up after you finish this video. But these are just the ones that are counting for the TBR game, not including all my rollovers and bonuses and all that good stuff. I read all of these books for my TBR game and my TBR. The only exception to that is The Sound of Music story. I only read half of, but I'm counting it mainly because I already did my notebook page for the month, and I'm just like, I'm going to eventually finish it, so I'm just going to count it, okay? So work with me here on that, okay? Basically, what I'm going to do is just give you the general 3, 4, and 5 star. I'm not going to tell you like the halves, but Redeeming Love was a 4-star. A Tree Grows in Brooklyn was 4-star. Isis Exposed was a 3. Someday Maybe was a 1. The Sound of Music story thus far, well, it's a 3, but I had it written as a 4 in my notebook, so I need to change that. It's a 3. And then Moral Compass is a 4. Also, I read Behind Closed Doors, which was a 5. And The Wife Upstairs, which was a 4. That is what the TBR game is going to be based on in just a moment. So let's get into the TBR. For Devos for the month, I am, of course, going to be continuing Jesus Calling and Gospel-Centered Kids Ministry. I am trying to decide if I want to read like a Christian living book, a devotional, or if I want to focus on like a book of the Bible this month. I don't know. If you have any thoughts about that, like leave them below. Like if you have a favorite book of the Bible or something. I need ideas because I'm kind of at that point where I know I want to read something. I just don't know. Okay, so let's get into 12 in 2022 reading recommendations challenge for the year. I need to get my hands on the July pick, which was 15 Fundamental Laws of De-Escalation. I did not get to this mainly because I need to buy it in order to get it. I couldn't get it at a library. Like, I don't have any way to get it other than to buy it on Amazon, so I'm kind of holding out to see if I get like a gift card or something for my birthday, and then I can just use that to buy it. Also, I need to get this month the 10,000 Doors of January. I believe that's what it's called. It has a really pretty cover. So looking forward to this. Let's jump into Polarthon. Polarthon is not prompted for this little mini Polarthon. It goes for the whole month, but basically you get a fish, or like you get points for every 100 pages that you read. So literally you can read whatever you want. Of course I'm going to do that. I'm going to count all the books that I read this month. But I've been holding this in the back of my mind, actually the very forefront of my mind, because I've wanted to read it. But I have been waiting for this mini Polarthon to read this book. It is none other than A Storm of Ice and Stars. I got this for Christmas, didn't I? Is that what happened? Yes, I got this for Christmas. I couldn't remember. The other one is the one I bought myself. This one I got for Christmas. Anyway, beautiful cover. Love these. This is the companion novel to A Shiver of Snow and Sky, which I loved. And I just can't wait to get into these vibes for the month and to celebrate Polarthon a little bit. Oh my gosh, it's just so pretty. So that is my Polarthon vibes for the month, but everything else will be just like whatever I read, you know. Official first book of the TBR for August. Are we ready for the TBR game? I had 1 1-star read, 2 3-star reads, 4 4-star reads, and 1 5-star read. And yes, I was looking down at my notebook while I was saying that, and I'm just not going to edit it. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the camera. Let's go ahead and jump into Fib Finder. It took forever last time I played this, and I don't really want it to take forever without me having to talk. You know, I choose a middle grade and a book that was like a school book in the past, like one of those supplemental books like Point Made or Arguing About Law, like that kind of thing. So if I end up at the bottom of the board, I'll read that school book. If I end up at the top of the board, I read the middle grade. I'm going to show you real fast which ones my picks are. All right, so if I end up at the top of the board, my middle grade is called Mermaid in Trouble, and it's this beautiful, adorable Usborne book that I got at a little free library. If you saw my video, I am so pumped for this, like weirdly so. I hope I end up on this. If not, I will be reading none other than Arguing About Law, which we're so thrilled to read that, obviously. I do remember reading this in college, but we didn't read all of it, so I feel like I should just like read through the whole thing and then decide if I want to keep it or not. I don't know. It's from my jurisprudence class, which I'm so glad that I took that in undergrad, but like, do I have to keep the books forever and ever if I have a law degree and law license? I don't know. Anyway, I hope I get the mermaids, needless to say. Okay, I'm just going to put the board down in front of me, and you guys will see me use this. I'm not going to be answering questions the whole time like I did in my TBR game controls video. I'm just going to see what the Fib Finder gives me. I might just do like 5 rounds, and then whatever side of the board I end up on is what I'll go with. Okay.
Can't get up to the top.
Okay, so unfortunately for me, the game ended up on the bottom half of the board. So I will be reading Arguing About Law, and by will be reading, I mean there's a very good chance I will not read this, and it'll either be unhauled. Oh my gosh, this does not look fun. It'll either be unhauled or a rollover. And to be honest, I'm leaning towards unhaul, and I really, really, really wish that I had chosen Next Generation Leader, because that was a school book. Guys, will you hate me if I switch this out? Because I did say if I got a book I didn't want, I would switch it out. And I think I'm going to take advantage of that right that I reserved for myself, and I'm going to switch this out. I'm not reading this. I'm just going to shove it in there also. What I am replacing it with is called Next Generation Leader by Andy Stanley. I've been wanting to read this, and it was a school book, so it counts for that bottom of the board situation, but at least this is something that like I actually want to read, which is perfect for my birthday month. I have 2 of these to draw prompts from, so let's go ahead and start. Whatever this one is, as you can tell, this is leftover from Star Hop. And it is the best prompt we could ask for. Free pick. Okay, so I can pick anything on this shelf, anything on this half of this bottom shelf. So I really want to finish and actually reread this Bell's Library. It's literally just a collection of quotes. One side of the pages has a quote from like, as like a literary quote, and then the other side is like as if Belle was writing her thoughts. And I love, love, love this book. That would be such a fun read. I also really want to read The Bookish Life of Nina Hill, but I'm leaning towards putting this on my TBR because I love this book, and that would just be a fun, like really easy, enjoyable, and motivating read. So I'm going to do Belle's Library. Okay, we're rotating and choosing. It says County Library. Let me get a book that I bought. Let me get a book that I bought from my library book sale. So this is called The Nanny by Gilly or Jilly. I'm going to say Gilly Macmillan. Basically, this is the story of a little girl whose nanny disappears, and it's like the tragic situation. I got this from my library's book sale. I used to nanny, so it just like kind of caught my eye. And I love this cover. It's so cool looking. So I'm going to treat myself to this month. Next, we move into the mini treble dice. All right, so basically what I do, if you haven't seen this before, I roll the dice 3 times. It tells me which group of books that I choose from. I then roll the dice again for it to tell me which book I will read. If I land on a 1, I get to read the longest book on this TBR cart. And if I land on a 6, I can choose whatever I want. So we want to land on 6s, but let me go ahead and count my books. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29. Perfect 30. Literally couldn't have planned that better considering my 30th birthday is this week. It's a little bit better so you can just see like the situation. Ready? That's a 5. I thought it was a 2. It's a 5. So that means it is this bottom set of books. Hearts of Fire, 1000 Gifts, Nina Hill, Secrets of the Vine, Multipliers, and The Church as Movement. So is that 6 books? Okay, so we'll just see which one it lands on. Please be something I want. 2. Okay, I did kind of want to read this. I've actually been thinking about this a lot. This is 1000 Gifts by Ann Voskamp. I've wanted to read it for a while and I've never read it, but I literally was thinking about this a lot the last few days. So I guess it's just like meant to be, and this might even be like my devotional for the month. Roll 2 of 4. What is that? A 1. Okay, so that means I have to read the longest book on this dang TBR. Okay, Forgotten is 420, and it looks like a really easy 420. So here's to hoping this is the longest one. So I ended up with Forgotten, which is great. This is all apparently this is if you had the chance to start over, would you take it? So yay, Forgotten. And guys, would you say that counts as an orange cover? I don't know. I might count it. We'll see. All right, roll number 3 of 4. That is a 2. Okay. So, what did I say the group was? Dang it. I don't remember. Group. All right. 2 books that I do not want to. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have 9 books here. I'm going to say that if I land on Arguing About Law, I won't read it. Vanity Fair Diaries, I won't read. And Love Does, I won't read. I'm not feeling those. But Why Pro-Life would be 1, Relentless would be 2, Studies would be 3, Mingling of Souls 4, For Women Only 5, and True Love Dates 6. I also don't want the relationship vibes, but it's fine. All right, 3, 1, 2, Perfectly Small, 3. Looks like I have another option for a devotional. Studies and Studies in the Sermon on the Mount by Oswald Chambers. I loved, oh my gosh, my professor for Civ Pro when I was in law school would do these devotions from Oswald Chambers, and I loved them, so I'm looking forward to this. I actually got this for high school graduation, and I've never read it, so I'm looking forward to that. Last roll. What is that? It loves me. Okay, it's a 6. What do I want to read? Something small. Do I want The Last Time I Lied, or do I want Nina Hill? We're going for it. We're going for The Bookish Life of Nina Hill. Yay. Also, I would totally say that counts as an orange cover, even though it's just her hair. What would you guys say? All right, last part of the TBR game before we get into magical readathon prompts and my rollovers bag. I need to draw one prompt from this. As you can tell, I have also leftover pieces from Mini Star Hop, as well as I just kind of used those papers for the wormholes as my papers that I was writing all my 5-star predictions on. This is completely refreshed. I don't think any of these in here should be books that I've already read. So anything in here, please be good. Please be a book I want to read. And obviously, if it's one I've already drawn, I'll have to draw again, but that's fine. All right. I'm okay with that. Girl Meets Change. That is this book. I got this years ago. It was just like in my phase of like going to Barnes and Noble and like literally reading through portions of books. I had read some of this and decided to get it. I don't remember what it's about. Basically, change is inevitable, but thriving through it is optional. Every woman needs this inspiring and insightful message, says the blurb. Whether chosen or unexpected, all changes bring stress. Kristen Strong knows about change, especially the kind you didn't choose. Over the years, she's fought hard to learn an important truth. Change is not something to be feared, but something to receive as a blessing from God who works through it, not in spite of it. This makes me nervous, but I'm excited at the same time. I love the cover. It's so pretty. Super excited. Like, I don't think I've genuinely been this excited for almost all the books on my TBR. Actually, I would say all of them, like any of them, I could pick up right now and start reading and be totally happy with it. I have pretty much decided that I am not going to read the last rollover that I drew, which was the Autobiography of Thomas Jefferson. No offense to our founding father. I just don't really want to read this right now, and I think I am just going to unhaul it. I feel fancy owning it, and I like the thought of having read it, but I just don't think that I'm going to sit down and read it, to be quite honest. So let me get the rollovers bag. I have my rollovers bag. I'm going to reach in the first book that I feel is the one I have to read. It was this one. What is it? Oh, good. Hearts Divided. That either is going to be an easy one to get through or I'm going to DNF it. I don't know what's going to happen. This is my rollover for the start of August. A Minute to Midnight is going in the bag. Okay, so last thing we need to take care of. Magical Readathon. I have written out my prompts right here. I am just going to show you guys what I think I could read for these prompts. These are not necessarily the books that I am committing to read for the Readathon. I'm just going to show you some examples because I don't want to put myself in the position where I have to read a book that I end up just really not feeling when it comes time to read it. So I'm just going to give you some examples of the options that I have, and then I will obviously update you at the end of the month, and hopefully I'll do like a magical readathon vlog as well so you can see what I actually do read. But I am going to try to incorporate my TBR books as much as possible, and that's pretty much it. So my character, Avery, is an earthling. Her calling is healing, and she is currently, she's obviously a novice. She is an archivist and assistant level. She's Legacy of Austria, and Basically, her character is selfless, compassionate, accurate, stable, like those kind of vibes. Read 1 elemental prompt, 2 alchemy prompts, and 3 restoration prompts. I'm sorry, I didn't really pay as much attention to the, I think it's outstanding. I think it's qualified, outstanding, and distinguished are the grades that you can get for Magical Readathon. Anyway, I just wrote out my prompt. First one, for elemental studies, the class is Element of Water, which is start a book with a drink. Belle's Library obviously would totally count for that with a little teapot. So I'll count that for that. I could count that for that. I think it's just literally sit down with a drink and start a book. I don't know for sure though, but that's how I'm taking it. Alchemy, we have basics of poisons, book on someone's worst list that you might like. I'll probably end up watching a video. Alchemy, poison, acidic amber is read an orange book. That's why I kept talking about reading an orange book. So I don't want to take it out, but if you saw my Little Free Library tour video, you know that I got a book that has orange on the cover. It's Runaway by Harlan Cobin. I could read that, or I could definitely go with Forgotten, or Nina Hill's Orange Hair, or what will most likely happen, Studies in the Sermon on the Mount has orange very clearly on the cover. I don't know, it'll be one of those. For restoration, object restoration, we need a single object as the focus of the cover. What about next generation leader? Okay, I'm totally going to say that that's one object. That's a button. That's one object. Yeah, I think the best option for that would be next generation leader. So I'll probably go with that. Restoration, enchanted scroll mending. One of the oldest on your TBR. And I do want to choose something that's here, but the oldest. So let's see what I have that's been here a while. For restoration, we have urgent battle care. Read a book in 1 or 2 sittings. Probably Belle's Library, Studies in the Sermon on the Mount. Even this one could probably be 1 or 2 sittings. But yeah, that's just some options. I'm getting really tired and my voice is obviously not doing great. But yeah, I'm thrilled with my TBR. I think I have some great options for Magical Readathon. I'm so happy with this. I literally want to jump into reading right now. That kind of would defeat the purpose of my First Sentences vlog. But what if I just go ahead and start that one and wear the same shirt again? I could totally do that, and I actually might go ahead and do that just so that I can read the first sentences, and then the rest of that vlog will be whatever book I decide to read first. Okay, let me know what you're excited to read. Which of these would you have chosen, if any? Or do you have completely different reading taste? Let me know. Just comment. I'd love to talk to you. Be sure that you are subscribed if you haven't subscribed already. I don't want you to miss out on anything, and I'd love to have you as part of this bookish community. Please give this video a like just to wish me happy birthday, and I will talk to you guys next time with my birthday. I don't know if it's going to be a vlog or if it's just going to be a haul. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something birthday-ish, and it's going to be fun. On that note, I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.